Okay guys, in Dead One here, and this camo job here on this controller is a little different than my G96. There's a little more green in it, which I wanted. But I've had a request to show how I'm doing this. So at the risk of looking less impressive, because it's actually really easy, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little tutorial here on it. It's really hard for me to get the time that I'm allowed on this video. My camera will only record like 10 minutes at a time. So I'm only going to do one half of this, and I've got the back half here. I was recording on the front and I actually ran out of time on it, so I'm going to go again on the back and try to keep it really short here. Try to do it fast. Anyways, first thing you need to do is clean it all off and then scratch it up with some 220 or 320 grit sandpaper, and then prime it, and then spray your base coat. And I work from the lightest coat to the darkest coat, so it's already got that done to it. And there's my light coat of tan on there, and then just spray a little puddle of your next lightest color, and then using a sponge, just start dabbing it on there, and be pretty random about it. You don't want it any real pattern to it with this. And also, if you get it in a spot that you don't like, it's not really that big a deal, because we're going to go over it more than once. Okay. Then, to speed things up too, I'm using a hair dryer. Like I said, I'm going to try to be fast with this, but you want to make sure each of your coats is dry. I wanted to put more green in it, like I said, but you want to be careful when you're doing the green, because the green can definitely overpower the whole paint job. Next is that dark green there. Try to find flat colors if you can. Definitely don't go any more than a satin. You don't want any sheen to it. Now, this isn't real easy to do one-handed, guys, so bear with me here. Okay. Okay, this is the key step that I think puts, if you look at the way this looks right now compared to this has much more dimension to it, and that's because I'm going to go back and starting with my original base coat, I'm going to start putting another layer on of each color. I'm almost out of this color here too, so I got enough. But this actually helps bury some of the colors and layer it. In my opinion, it really helps to make like a three-dimensional look to it. So I'm only going to do 2 of them on the camera here, but it gives you an idea. The more you put on there, the more dimension it has. Personally, I don't think you need any more than 3 tops, and I'll probably just do 2 on these controllers. But it definitely gives you an idea of how I'm doing this. Again, just try to keep it pretty random. There's no patterns in nature, so you don't want it to be anything consistent. Rotate your sponge. Use different parts of the sponge. As you can tell, I got a bunch of little pieces here I'm using. If you do something you don't like, you can always go back and cover it up. Like, I think I got almost a little too much green in this one for my taste, but it'll work. So, my dark green here. So anyways, that's basically all it entails, guys. Once they're done, let them dry up all the way, and then hit them with some clear finish. Make sure you use, you don't even want a satin for your clear finish. You want just an absolute flat, and put lots and lots of very thin coats on. 10 little thin coats is way better than 3 thicker ones. You don't want runs, obviously. Runs will ruin your project really, really fast. But anyways, there you guys go. That's basically how I painted it. Like I said, I put more green into these controllers than I did to the gun, but that gives you a good idea for it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you all checking out my videos.